everyone. Today I'm going to be reverse dyeing a tank top. You can see here I have it laid out flat, and I got it damp because I find spiraling, this shirt in particular, being wet helps, and I don't have a need to soak it in soda ash since I need to reverse it first. This is a Terra in Sky tank top, I believe, and it's 95% cotton, 5% spandex. It's really slick, so I found it quite difficult to work with, but I think the results turned out good, so it was worth it, but you just have to take your time. And back a second ago, I was kind of crisscrossing, making an X on the shirt, and I was just trying to find where I wanted the center of my spiral to be approximately. I don't do exact ice dyeing. That was my job in a previous life, being exact. So here I am just working my spiral, making pleats as I go. Just kind of making the pleats where the fabric wants me to. I'll twist it and I see where the fabric pleats naturally and go with that. Just trying to keep the pleats as even as I can. But again, in the end, it's not perfect. I don't think it needs to be for what I'm going for. So I just keep pleating and gently twisting. This one, I had to go slow. Like I said, the fabric was difficult to work with, and so it was slow going. I'm leaving this in real time so you can kind of see. I mean, maybe 4 or 5 minutes to pleat this. I didn't cut much out. I made my center just with a pair of tweezers, which is what you can see my fingers twisting there in the middle. That's what I'm holding on to, is tweezers. I saw a few posts in some of the groups on Facebook, the ice dyeing groups on Facebook, people asking how to reverse a spiral, and after a failed attempt, I think I figured it out. So towards the middle of the video, that's kind of the whole point of this video, is to show you how I dyed this without taking out too much black, having there be some black left. Anyway, I'll stop talking until I'm finished spiraling this shirt. And here you go, my spiral. As you can see, it's not perfect on the top, which is actually the back of the shirt. But again, I don't think it needs to be. So here I am I'm going to rubber band it really tight, taking out the tweezers out of the center and just basically tuck everything in to get ready to reverse it. To reverse this, I'm just taking a carafe of super hot water. It was actually boiling, pouring a little bit in the bottom of the bowl, and then I'm going to just add the Outright Bright to that. I would say there's maybe a half an inch, probably a quarter inch of water in that bowl, and just adding a medium amount of Outright Bright, and then pick the side that you want. It doesn't really matter, and I'm just setting it in the hot water. Here I am going to grab it with tongs because it is hot. I ditched that idea pretty quick. The tongs didn't work. I just used my hands. But be careful when you do that. It is hot. Adding a little bit more water, hot water. And I just keep doing this back and forth. I'll sprinkle a little bit more Outright Bright, very minimal, and just take it slow because you don't want to lose too much black. Otherwise, you're just essentially bleaching your entire shirt out and you'll have no black left. So I just continue this process back and forth until I get it how I want it. And less is more on this, as you'll see coming up after I rinse it, which I forget to show you. It lightens up even more. So don't go where you think it should be. Go a little before you think it should be, a little less than. And then here you go, when I was kind of done dipping it in water, and I just let it sit like that until it cooled off. So 10-15 minutes maybe. And then here you go after I rinsed it. That's what it looks like. This is the front that you're seeing right here. And it bleached quite a bit more than the backside did, but it's all good. Usually I apply dye on the back, but this time I decided to go with the front just because the front was lighter than the back and I wanted the color to be bright. I'll go ahead and put the colors on the screen as I'm going, but I do believe it's aquamarine, cayman green, dragon fruit, and then at the very end I decided to throw some true purple in on there. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. just touching up some of the dye spots that I missed. But I go ahead, I add ice to the top. It's in a colander. If you can't tell, I sprinkle some soda ash on it just for good measure and let it sit for 48 hours. And then here you go after the ice melted and it's batched. And this is the end result. Again, the top is the front of the shirt, and I'll show you both sides at the end. Sorry for the weird light at the top when I zoom out, but here you go. I actually really like this shirt. I think it came out well. There's the back of the shirt. So even though it had some bumps in it when I spiraled it, I don't think that you can really tell. And here's the final product, washed, dried, and done. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you would not mind, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Until next time.